I really miss vlogging. I think I'm slowly getting the motivation back. The last time I actually kept up with vlogging only partially was last year in 2023, and I didn't really fully keep up with it. I was posting March vlogs in November, and then I posted the rest of the year vlog at the beginning of 2024. So I got so behind, and life just caught up with me, and I really lost motivation for it. Part of me still wanted to do it, but a huge part of me was just not feeling it. But I just spent a little bit of time this morning looking at my previous vlogs, and I actually really think I might be coming back around to it. So, welcome to the vlog at last. There's such a thing as girl breakfast. I think this is a girl breakfast. So I mostly finished the dishes. I have a few more to wash, and I have some drying right now, but I need to go on a walk. I can feel the weather just beginning to change. The mornings are cooler now, and it's not getting over 90 for the most part, so that's really good. Fall is just beginning to be on its way. My consistent vlogging days were definitely at their best when I was in college, and honestly, it was a little B. Honestly, college vlogs were definitely a lot more interesting, and I think that's one reason why. I think once I graduated college, I did get a little bit burned out from vlogging, and that certainly contributed to me not doing it as consistently, but also I think the content kind of goes down a little bit. College is like boom, 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 like you're in class, you're with friends, you're going out to explore the city or whatever. I was an art student, so I was constantly making work. And then I graduate from college and I'm burned out from vlogging, and I have to deal with adult responsibilities, and I have to try to now figure out how to balance my life out of the structure of college, and the stress kind of squeezes out my inspiration to vlog. And then I just find that, you know, there's not as much time to make art, and there's not as much time to vlog, and there's not as much to vlog about. So it's like all these things put together just kind of sucked the life out of my vlogging practice. And there was a time there that I just didn't even want to vlog. I feel like I'm just beginning to come out of that. I feel like I'm beginning to find that motivation again. I kind of just went through a period of time where I just would rather experience things and not have to worry about filming them. And I think that is absolutely valid. I totally need those types of boundaries in my life. But at the same time, I really, really do enjoy vlogging, and I really, really do enjoy going back to my vlogs. So in this new phase of life, I'm gonna have to figure out what I want that balance to be, and what does vlogging look like in this phase of my life. I'm getting married in a couple months. I'm figuring out, like, I'm growing in so many ways, and I just have to figure out a way. How do I want to tell that story? How do I want to frame that? It's gonna look different than college, but like, it's just as exciting, and just as much change is happening. Hi, sweet girl. Hi, sweet girl. I graduated college and immediately found that balancing time was really difficult without having the structure of college to kind of tell you what you need to do and when you need to do it. I think I figured that out somewhat to a manageable point after the first maybe year and a half, 2 years. To a certain extent, I'm still figuring it out. I mean, I think figuring out how to balance my time will be a thing for probably the rest of my life as life circumstances and jobs and responsibilities continue to shift. But I think I've gotten better at knowing kind of the tools to balance my time. Right now, what I'm learning is that my creativity is something that is always going to be with me. And because of that, it is so very worth investing in. It's so important to invest in because the more I invest in it, the more it's going to reward me. I am an artist, like that's actually my whole entire thing. So even if it's not a thing that's constantly making me money, it is still of equal or more importance than my paying job is. So that's some head knowledge that I have, but I'm definitely in the process of figuring out how to put that head knowledge to action and to habit. I will say the job I am working in now is an incredible creative job. I've talked about it a little bit before on this channel. I work for Passionfroot, which is another YouTube channel, and we're also on Instagram and TikTok. It's a group of us, content creators. I am the kind of managing content creator. I've worked with the people who started Passionfruit for a couple years, 2 or 3 years, I want to say. I helped them start it up, and so whenever the time came to launch, they wanted me to help them manage the team and post on social media. So my responsibilities include content creation for the channels, but then also posting, planning, managing, coordinating, all that kind of stuff. It's a really cool job to have. I love what we do over there. Our ultimate goal is to show people how we pursue purpose in our lives. There's a bunch of creative people working on that team, and we really want to emphasize how important creativity is to everybody. There's this thought that not everybody is creative, but we all believe that it's a very core human thing, and it's one of the core ways to find your purpose. Investing in and using your creativity, whether that's coming up with ideas, creating community. On Passionfruit, we really just want to be very authentic about our lives and what our own pursuits of purpose look like. So it's a very fulfilling job for me, but being a job, it is also very time consuming. So one of the things I'm learning is how to balance my work with my personal creative work. Also, right now, I have the very adult task of finding health insurance for myself because I'm turning 26 this month, which means I will no longer be able to be on my parents' insurance. Sad. Also, my car isn't working right now, so I have to find a new car for myself.
Call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system.
The proofs for our wedding invitations are ready to look at. So do you think you could go there on your lunch break or after work? What time do you get off? Health insurance. Wish me luck. Hi, this is Darcy.
Hey, Miss Darcy, this is Peyton over here with the Medicare program. I was calling about our appointment.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I just bought my first health insurance and I hate everything about health insurance and I've spent way too long researching it. I don't know what I'm doing when it comes to health insurance. My job is not full-time, so they don't pay for it, so I had to find my own. So I decided to go on the marketplace and find it, and it just seems like there's no real great health insurance on the marketplace. Like, I guess the only good health insurance kind of comes from like an actual job. But I finally just settled on something just so I could have it, because I have like 13 more days to be on my parents' insurance. So I just needed to get something. All my current doctors, none of them will be covered by the insurance I just got. So that's so much fun. I'm gonna have to find all new doctors. And now I just wanna go lay down in a dark room with candles and soothing music for the rest of the day. I'm currently reading The Gunslinger by Stephen King. I really got into his books. I started to get into them last year, or maybe it was the beginning of this year. I've read Fairy Tale, 11 something, the one about Kennedy. Then this is my third one. Man, I have such a headache right now. I thought I would take a break from staring at my computer screen to eat lunch and just read a little bit, but I do have to get to work, so maybe I'll take a few more moments out here to chill, and then I'll head back inside. After eating and getting like the quickest little doze in, I do feel better and more able to go about the rest of my day. But before I do get back to work, I am going to try to squeeze in a little bit of art time. I'm trying to be more intentional about that these days, even if it's just like 10-15 minutes of something. Allow me to bring you into my studio. So welcome to my art studio. I actually just reorganized this yesterday because I got this nice shelving unit from my fiance's family, who are currently moving at the moment. And I'm so thankful for it because for the longest time, my art studio has kind of been out of commission. I haven't had any space to work because it's just been a storage area and there's been literally no desk space. This table is my desk. It's still not ideal. It's a very small space. In my ideal art studio, I would have so much space to work, but you know, this is still like a living space. This is my living room and I have 2 roommates. So I need to try to keep my art studio contained for now. But having this storage space certainly will help things. There's some other stuff kind of clogging up this area right now because it's my fiance's stuff. He's going to be moving in with me in like 2 months and he's just storing it here for now since his family is moving and they don't have a whole lot of space where they are right now. So these are some of the pieces I've been making for the past few days with just like 10 minutes per piece. Just little pastel things that I've made as responses to some things I've seen or thought about as I take my walks. I think this is my favorite one. So I'm gonna make something now. Well, hello there. It's been a few hours, maybe 2 hours. It feels like it's been forever. It's been a little while since my last check-in, but I've just been doing some good editing work since then. And I just thought I would say I've moved on from the editing, and now I am trying to plan my next Passionfroot video. It's really funny because while I am like the least active with my personal social media and YouTube than I have ever been, I am at the same time more active with social media than I have ever been since I'm working for Passionfroot, which is based on social media now. It's honestly been teaching me a lot, and maybe, you know, as my time gets more balanced, I will be able to dedicate some of that knowledge towards my art accounts. But anyways, what I'm doing right now is I'm going to the YouTube audience tab. Let me bring you over here real quick. This is where I hear all the good stuff is from so many other creators in terms of like figuring out ideas for video creation. So let me do a little bit of research in here. Oh no, okay. What I'm looking for is like what my audience watches, but apparently there is not enough eligible audience data to show. I think she's trying to tell me that she's ready for me to stop working and feed her. Interacting with other accounts. Hi, baby. You're so silly. Go get your food. Delano's here. How'd it work? He brought with him these proofs for our wedding invitations. So I'm gonna take a look at them. They're supposed to be different papers, but honestly,
it doesn't look right. Yeah, right? It looks like they're the same.
It looks like the same paper. Anyways, I'm gonna take a look at them under this light here a little bit more closely. This one does seem a little bit more yellow. They're so freaking close though. It is so hard to tell the difference, but I think
there is a difference.
I think this one is slightly more white.
Should I
Yes.
warm up my hot dogs, or should I just eat them as is?
That is totally up to you. After supper, the last task of the day is to work on some album art for Delano. He makes music, if you haven't already figured that out by watching my previous vlogs. He has asked me to make album art for the next album, or EP. Is it an EP?
Oh, it's an album.
The next
2
whole
hours of music.
entire 2-hour album he has asked me to make album art for. So I'm gonna work with Procreate for a little bit and see if I can get something ready.
So imagine the tower is very big, and like this is a huge tower.
Okay.
Imagine that's a road. That's a person.
Okay. That's a crazy tower.
Oh yeah, huge tower. Imagine that's like tree line fading off into the distance.